What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. The movie King Richard was portrayed by legendary actor Will Smith, and basically playing the role in the life of his daughter Serena and Venus Williams. Now, although Richard Williams is now declining in health in his older age, the film talks about, his impact on what he did as a father and helping his daughters become who they are today. But many times we forget, sometimes who they were before. And that's what we're talking about today, because I had no idea until just a few days ago. He was married to someone else prior. Okay. Now, Mr. Williams was from Louisiana, and he migrated to California, and he met a lady by the name of Betty Johnson. And in the span of 7 or 8 years, he had 5 children. And one of those children that we're talking about today is a lady by the name of Serena Johnson. Okay. Now, Serena Johnson is a young lady who saw the movie, and she says that, her father left the family. And, while she's the half sister of Serena and Venus, and I'm pretty sure she's, glad for their success, the children he had from the first marriage suffered. Some of them fell into crime. Okay. Like the son that he has right now, Travoita Lassane. That guy has been in jail 23 times, in 61 arrests in the last 23 years, something crazy. All right. But she's calling him out for being a deadbeat dad. She said if he died, that she would not go to his funeral. Okay. And it's a joke that, Will Smith portrayed him as a strong black father and, all these other things. And he's really a bum. Okay. He's not even, not even worth going to the funeral, right? He's a terrible dad. And see, we got to be honest about this thing. Are there stories of black men doing this in their families? We know that this happens. We know it. We know that there's some black men who leave the family and all of this. But the question that I want to know is why? Because see, it's only told from the child's point of view. And she had to be quite young when it all happened. And so that's what I'm talking about. Like, how do we not know? And this is what the manosphere is about. Because we're not trying to say that, he is perfect. But if a father leaves the family, or if the family is divorced, what is the reason for that? Okay? Did the mother contribute to that? Because then how do you go from he can't do anything for your family, but he gets with another woman and he's able to produce these tennis legends? So what was it about the first relationship that he wasn't able to do the same thing? See, we gotta ask this. Like, for example, let's look at Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is a player that I felt like maybe, the Lakers gave up on too soon. And I think maybe because, LeBron James wants to handle the ball. They had the right pick. They made the right choice. They gave up on the guy too soon. Okay? Look at what Lonzo Ball has developed into under the right system. He was in New Orleans for a few years. Then now he's in Chicago. He's flourishing. The guy has worked on his free throw percentage. He's improved in that area. He's improved as a 3-point shooter. He's a great defender. He's coming to his own. It took some time, but it's coming to his own. But why? I believe it's because he's in the right system. He's around the right people. And many times black men, when they're dealing in these relationships with women, it's not that these guys are bums. Because, it's just that these guys get the best out of the situation with the best women. Now, I do know that her mom, she worked full time while he went out and coached the kids and things like that. But that's what was needed to be done to make the dream happen. Okay? He was the guy that put in that work. The mother worked. I'm talking about Serena Williams and Venus Williams' mother. Because if that wasn't the case, they wouldn't be who they are. Right? And that's what we're talking about. Some black men won't be successful under certain relationships. But if they go to a woman who's more understanding and understands a better goal, they will produce. So why are you mad that your mother, for whatever reason, and him couldn't produce those things for your family? But obviously he was able to go to a new situation and produce those things for another family. And you see that all too much in the black America. A lot of black men, and some of you brothers that are watching this today, many of you have a baby mama or an ex-wife. You did your best to work with her. I'm not trying to say that you're perfect, because we know that black men make mistakes, okay? You're not a perfect man, but you wanted the relationship to work. She filed for divorce, all right? She filed for divorce. She says she don't want you no more. She even goes out and gets somebody else. You leave. You may even leave with hardly anything. You might not have a lot of money. But further on up the road, like Bobby Blue Bland used to sing, okay? 10 years later, you're doing very well. You have a new woman. You're making more money. You're living in a better neighborhood. And the woman that you were previously married to or dating still hasn't amounted to anything. Still hasn't done anything. Struggling. Still dealing with dusty dudes. And now this same woman wants to get mad at you because you are not the man with her that you are with the new lady. I see it all the time. And a lot of black men don't talk about this, but you guys that have been through this, you guys need to start talking about this. Because it happens too often. I know brothers who were with one woman, couldn't get anything accomplished, go work on themselves, and then they get with another woman. They have bought a house. Those kids are taken care of. They're living in upper class communities. Meanwhile, the first wife or the ex-wife or the baby mama is still somewhere struggling. And then she wants to get mad to, have a problem with the new wife or the new baby mama or whatever, and don't have her around my kids. And she over there struggling. She's gained weight and all this other stuff. And then she want to blame you. Well, why you weren't that man with me? Well, because you weren't the woman that I needed to be with. You're not the right woman. Some of these ladies are women you can't have nothing with. And black men have to come out and say this. Sometimes black men make mistakes and try to work it out with the wrong woman, but they're not a woman that you can have anything with. Not every beautiful woman or every good looking woman or every woman that has a baby for you is the woman that you can have something with, okay? There are, and in the black community, there are certainly women you can have something with, because you've seen it all the time. You've seen black men with one black woman can't get nothing done. Go to another black woman and have a whole different experience when it comes to love, relationships, having money. It happens in Africa all the time. With this one woman, you can't do nothing. The next one, you can do everything. Now, that could have been that you developed on your own. From your life experiences, absolutely. But some women are going to be okay with understanding the master plan of what it takes to have leadership in the house, and some women don't. And it could be that sometimes a guy didn't mature, and that could be a part of it. But, obviously he's a different man with this other woman. Now, he also was very young at the time. And at the time that he had Serena Williams and Venus, he was about 38. That's a big difference. Age brings about a change. So I think there's a variety of things that are going on here, but to call the man a deadbeat dad, because we don't know his side of the story, he can't talk right now. He's incapacitated. But if you black men have been through this, let me know. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell, check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high.